Ringside. We are ready. Championship Wrestling, Davey.
Yes, indeed. And today, that special Tojo challenge that developed last week with $300 at stake, Onita and Fuchi, Dundee and Rogers. And the King will be here in a single match going against Chic Donovan today. We will also have Stan Lane going against Robert Gibson. And we will have Sweet Brown Sugar going against Rick Gibson. All of those in single matches. Looks like big action coming up, perhaps more if we have time for it.
Looks like big action right there.
That's the money right there, huh?
That's the 3 bills right there out of Tojo Yamamoto's pocket. He was the one that stuck his mouth out and said that Onita and Fuchi could beat Dundee and Rogers in 10 minutes. You heard what I said. Could beat them in 10 minutes at time. Put up $300. We got all that action. You stay right where you are, boys. It's going to be a dandy today. Okay, we're standing here at least with one half of the challenge in. I've got the money over here. Tojo's $300. Referee Paul Morton is there. Roy Rogers, Bill Dundee, and we're waiting now on Onita and Fuchi. Yamamoto coming out without. Tojo, it's time for the challenge match out here now.
Russell, look like somebody being kidnapped my boys. I telephoned my apartment. I telephoned the motel. I don't see the car. I don't see the car no place. I tell you what, conspiracy is going on.
Yeah, you mean they kidnapped your boys. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's right.
Yeah. I don't care how it is. Last week you made the deal with Eddie Marlin. Your 300, which we have right here, goes in the challenge match where Onita and Fuchi have to beat Dundee and Rogers. And if they don't show, you better think again. They don't show, you lose the money anyhow.
No. I wrestle. No.
Yeah. You remember a couple of weeks ago? Same thing. You said they weren't here, and all of a sudden they come jump in there on your match.
No. I wrestle. No, sir.
The match is scheduled with Onita and Fuchi. They got to beat Dundee and Rogers, and if they don't do it, you lose the money.
No, Mr. Russell, no way.
Here's the money, Paul.
I wrestle.
No, you're not going to wrestle. You pull that on us one time. You better get them out here right now if you're going to have any of this money left, or at least have a chance for it.
Well, I told you already.
Yeah. Paul, okay. Yep. We'll ring the bell. That's what the deal was. It was made.
There's no fool like an old fool, you old man. Guess who has just signed Onita and Masa Fuchi up, fat boy? Jimmy Hart. And they're in Las Vegas, you old heart attack victim. How do you like that, buzzard breath?
Okay, come on. Hey, come on. Come on now. Get out of here. Okay. All right. They are the winners.
Yes. 10 seconds of time.
Hey, boy, that does make you the winner. That's got to be the easiest 3 anybody ever picked up in there. Congratulations, Billy and Roy Rogers. Tojo's $300. You hear what Hart said? That he had Onita and Fuchi
signed and sent them to Las Vegas.
That's Las Vegas out there. Oh, I'm telling you. One thing you got to say for that Hart, there is no way to predict what that son of a gun is going to come up with next. Dave, a big happening in terms of titles and match also was that took place in Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky, where handsome Jimmy Valiant who had won the Southern Heavyweight title, rematched with the Dream Machine. Let's take a look at some of the highlight action that took place in that match. Now they're back in the ring. Jimmy going after him. Ooh, big elbow right in the mouth. The Big Dream kicks his way out. He's back on his feet. Valiant on him. Referee gets Jimmy back. He was in choking him in the corner. And the Dream Machine nails. And that's going to be it. A new Southern Heavyweight champ, the Dream Machine. In 8:37 is going to win it. The Dutch Mantell is down to the ring. He's saying the Dream had a chain that Hart gave him. 8:37, the winner and new Southern Heavyweight champ, the Dream Machine. Dutch Mantell going after him. Hart nails Mantell in the back, and here comes the Dutchman after Hart. Yeah, well, exactly on a recap. In the event that you didn't gather that, is we missed a little bit of it on the video there, because while they were in the corner, and I was sitting right down to the left of that corner right there, the Dream Machine got a chain from Jimmy Hart. This is exactly the way that I saw the thing. The Dutchman saw it exactly that way, too. Bang. New Southern Heavyweight champ, the Dream Machine. Action, we still got plenty of it. Don't you dare go away. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, back into Wave Country Championship Wrestling in a moment. Hey, some towns I want you to listen to. Saturday, October the 24th, Petersburg, Indiana. Thursday the 29th, Princeton, Indiana. Friday, October the 30th, Dale, Indiana. Now, Tuesday night, some kind of action at the Louisville Garden. Jimmy Hart, the First Family, will be right there. Southern Tag Titles will be up when Stan Lane, Sweet Brown Sugar, defend against Bill Dundee and Steve Kern.
You know, Dundee's had to carry a lot of heavy loads in his lifetime in wrestling, but this is going to be the heaviest. Right now, the Johnny Carson of professional wrestling, Steve Kern, you never know when he's going to be there, when he's not going to be there. Stan the Man Lane, Sweet Brown Sugar will go in the champions, and they will leave the champions.
Well, you said it. We'll find out over here. We got two belts at stake. One of them is yours, the Dream Machine, against Dutch Mantell's Mid-America Heavyweight title.
You know, you make more static than a $2 radio. I'm trying to speak and tell all the people that there's only going to be two. There will be two belts, but I'm going to own both of them. Jimmy, I promise you that I'll get even with Dutch Mantell for what he did to me in Lexington, KY. Dutch, Vietnam didn't run you crazy. You was crazy before you ever went to Vietnam, but I'm just as crazy. I want you to get mad. I want you to get funky. Let's get down, rumble in the jungle, baby. Hot seat, shucking, jiving, moving and grooving. Derby City, wave country, as you call it. What do you mean, wave country? If it's a wave country, I'm the wave champion, the Mid-America champion, the Southern Heavyweight champion. I'm going to have it all draped around my body right there in Lexington, KY, baby.
Yeah, well, that isn't all of it. Some more of the First Family. Nightmare and Speed and a hospital elimination match with the Gibsons, Rick and Robert. That means somebody has to be bleeding. They'll be eliminated from the ring.
Well, you know, we call this match paint up, clean up, fix up, baby, because that's exactly what we're going to do. A lot of people have been saying the First Family hadn't been taking things serious lately, having a lot of fun, good times. Well, baby, we are serious now. We asked for this match. Gibsons, bring your mother down there to see this, baby, because she ain't going to hear it, brother. I promise you that. We're going to get rid of every one of you.
Tuesday night, no, get out. That's it.
Jerry the King Lawler will be in here in just a moment, as will the Golden Boy, Chic Donovan, as we're set to go with another match, which it will be a single match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Here comes the Golden Boy, Chic Donovan. Jimmy Hart going to be in his corner.
You know, it's like the New Year, baby. You're looking at the old and new right now. The new Super Chic Donovan, baby. The old gray hair ain't what you used to be, Lawler. Look at that little pistol beach up there.
Well,
Calhoun, baby.
Lawler and
Hart is running that mouth nonstop.
Lawler has Jerry Calhoun, his new special manager, with him, too. We're just about ready to go. One fall, 15-minute time limit. From Hollywood, California, 228 pounds. With his manager.
Imitate me, but nobody, Calhoun, will ever duplicate me, brother. You can do anything you want to do, but it just ain't happening. Look at him, Mr. Hairspray. I love it. I love it.
He'll never duplicate you because he doesn't run his mouth off as much as Jimmy Hart does. Lawler sending Calhoun after Hart. And Jerry Calhoun runs Hart right. I noticed Hart didn't stick around too long. And Calhoun's still chasing him down the block, I believe. All right, Davey, maybe we can get it.
All right, it's Donovan from Hollywood at 228 pounds. Against, from Memphis, Tennessee, 232 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee is Paul Morton.
Woogie! As soon as Golden Boy Chic Donovan gets the cape off, we're going to be ready to go in there. Hey, it's not our fault he ran away. He just took off. Donovan complaining that he doesn't have his manager. Lawler's got his, and so now we are ready for action, Davey.
Donovan against Lawler. Jerry Calhoun is over in Lawler's corner. Hart run out of here by Calhoun and has not returned. Lawler back into a corner by the Golden Boy. Referee Paul Morton here calling for the break. Whoa, Donovan nailed Lawler with a right fist. Back in the corner after the referee had called for the break. Lawler backed into his own corner. Donovan swings that right fist again. Got Lawler off his feet. And Donovan out of the ring now, down onto the floor. Oh, he is asking for trouble, let me tell you. Nailed the King twice in the corner with a fist. Paul Morton told him to count. It's count of 7. Donovan is back in the ring. 1 minute gone. Donovan wraps the left arm. That twist on it. Pressure on the elbow, the wrist, and the shoulder. All 3 of those joints in there. Donovan, a little extra pressure on the shoulder. And a little pressure on the back of the hair, too, as he yanked the hair, pulled Lawler down to the mat. Donovan, no, sir. I did not pull hair, he tells referee Paul Morton. Minute and a half gone. In a one fall, 15-minute time limit match. Lawler got the right fist, doubled up. Was the hair pull again? Think so. Oh, Lawler on the mat. Donovan working on the left arm. Referee Paul Morton makes Donovan break the hold. He was grabbing the ropes, going to get a little extra downward pressure, but he had to break it. Takes Lawler over to the ropes, wraps the left arm around the top rope. Lawler got that right fist. He wants to throw it. Hair pulling by Donovan, and Lawler on the mat again. Donovan back to the left arm. Lawler shoulder into the turnbuckle. 3 minutes gone in this match. Boy, Donovan has just worked that left arm throughout the match so far. Able to keep Lawler pretty well tied up with it. That combined with a hair pulling a couple of times and the fist a couple of times. It's pretty much been Donovan so far. Lawler, takes the shoulder butt off the rope. Let Donovan go by. Rolls it down. Mr. Donovan hits on his back hard. The haymaker misses. Lawler catches him with the left. Another one. Back to the rope. The right hand. Donovan hits the mat. Heads back to his corner and says, wait a minute, time out. Referee Paul Morton asking Jerry not to use the fist. Not too stern about it because he has watched Donovan do it earlier in the match. 4 minutes gone now. 4 minutes gone in this 15-minute time limit match. Golden Boy and the King. Near the center of the ring. Interlocking fingers. Classic test of strength. Donovan gets away from it, and Lawler nailed him with a right fist.
That'll equalize an awful lot of that muscle building strength. He got him right in the chop.
He put it right on the jawbone, no doubt about it. 5 minutes gone. 5 gone. 10 minutes to wrestle. Lawler backed into the corner by Donovan. Donovan with a right forearm. Upper arm by Donovan as Lawler's coming off the rope. Donovan drops with the upper arm. Count of 1, 2. Jerry Colquhoun shouting, kick out. That's what Lawler did. Kicked out at the count of 2. But Donovan, with the feet, kicking Lawler in the back. Lawler's head into the turnbuckle. Boy, Donovan has controlled this match.
Chic has been wrestling his way back since that knee was hurt, Dave. And he's getting back in much better shape than he was.
Lawler on the mat. Donovan spins on the toe hold. Donovan go to that top rope. Extra downward pressure he's able to get that way. Lawler hanging in there. He has not given it up. Donovan trying for the submission on Lawler. Oh, he wraps it up again. Great call for by the referee. Caught Donovan with his hand on that top rope. 6 minutes, 50 seconds gone. So we are very near the 7-minute mark. Donovan. Oh, right hand. He nails Lawler. The shoulder strap came down, and here comes the King. Lawler with the right hand, pounding Chic Donovan. Donovan laying there, center of the ring. Oh, off the middle rope, Lawler misses. Ooh.
He pounded nothing but mat that time, Dave.
And hard he did, too. Yes, sir. Donovan had moved at the last moment. There he goes. 1, 2, 3. Lawler. The King comes away with a win. After, frankly, being in trouble for a good part of the match, not in serious trouble maybe, but the tempo of the match was being controlled by Donovan throughout. 7 minutes, 40 seconds, and Lawler wraps it up with a victory over the Golden Boy.
And the Golden Boy thought he had him going there. He whipped him in for that backdrop, and a sunset flip took him right out of action as he got a 1, 2, 3 on him and surprised Chic Donovan. We got more action. We're going to be back to it in just a moment.
Got some highlights for you right now. What a match it was, too, as the King, Jerry Lawler, had a score to settle with Colquhoun, now known as Sweet Brown Sugar. Let's take a look at it.
Sweet Brown Sugar / Colquhoun. He's the one that Lawler blames for his downfall as he aided the Dream Machine in defeating Lawler in a loser leave town match. In Lawler's corner tonight, Jerry Calhoun. Brown Sugar being whipped into the ropes. He slips on a backdrop, lands on his feet, and tells Lawler he's a pretty handy guy. Brown Sugar just showing him how fast he is, and he is fast. Brown Sugar trying to taunt Lawler, and that's some of that souped-up ego that Hart has the ability to drill into the wrestling members of the first family. Lawler takes him across, and again, Brown Sugar being thrown up in the air on a backdrop, comes down on his feet, unscathed by the move by Jerry Lawler. Whoa! And he really zinged Lawler in the corner with that one. Well, maybe it's like they say about putting in golf. Half of this thing may be mental. Lawler now ties him into the ropes, whips him in. And again, Brown Sugar spins in midair. And as he's prancing, Lawler nails him with the right hand. And now he goes to work on Lawler, using that fist that he was complaining about. And Jerry's knees buckled on him, hit the deck, fired across the ring. Big drop kick. Well, you can't take that away from him, whether you like Coco on his new Sweet Brown Sugar attire or not. He has got one of the best drop kicks in professional wrestling. Powerful leg. And he is rattling Jerry Lawler, I think much to the amazement of not only the people in the Coliseum in Memphis, but also to Lawler. Down again goes the King. Headbutt. And again, this time Lawler hits it. Well, one of the patented Lawler moves, which Hart probably learned from Lawler and taught to Brown Sugar up on that deck and zero in with that right hand. Lawler being ripped pretty good, I'll tell you. And again, the King takes a shot from that right hand. And there another of the Lawler moves. Hart, I would not have any hesitation to venture the point that Hart has taught Brown Sugar everything that he learned in all the years that he was close with Lawler. And he's using them on him to try to humiliate him. Lawler absorbs two more right. But he whips down that from top in that familiar mode. And he's saying you can only bang a man so hard, and if you can't put him away, you better go do something else. Brown Sugar being banged around and tossed by the King. Count of two, Lawler pulls him up. He didn't want it over with. If he could have pinned him, he wasn't going to take a chance. Crowd loving that. Lawler wants to give back some of that shellac that he had put on him. And he's doing a pretty healthy job of it right now. Here comes Jerry Colquhoun after Hart. Hart was jumping on the ring apron. Colquhoun knocked him right down on the floor, grabs the Hart stick, and Lawler says, go get him. I don't know whether they counted him out or not. I don't think so. Lawler slips down behind Hart. Colquhoun plunges at him with that stick. Lawler backdrop. Brown Sugar, who had pulled a chain out, I'm sure. Hart and Colquhoun, we can't see. I don't know whether our cameras can or not. Here comes Stan Lane, the newest member of the first family, in behind Lawler. Nails him. Colquhoun working on Hart. Brown Sugar grabs him. And the referee says, let's stop this. I think Lawler will be declared the winner by disqualification. Brown Sugar drop kicks Stan Lane by accident. Lawler swinging back. Colquhoun and Hart flailing at each other, with Colquhoun doing most of the flailing right now. There goes Hart out of the ring. I am telling you, what a battle. Lawler and Sweet Brown Sugar. I loved it, too. You know, I can see, and I know a lot of people sometimes get irritated with the referees, but Jerry Colquhoun, all these months and months, that Hart's been giving him a hard way to go. Now he finally gets that. Boy, he got that one shot, and he said, hot dog. He jumped up and down. He went through. He wants some more of him, just like Sweet Brown Sugar. Better not think that he's got Lawler's number either, because I've seen a lot of guys make mistakes of thinking that. We're going to take time out. Be back with more action in just a moment. Back in a second to the ring here on Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. Hey, Saturday, October the 24th, Petersburg, Indiana. You're going to have old gym action going over there with Championship Wrestling. Rick and Robert Gibson will be there. The Superstar will be there. Steve Kern will be there. Thursday, October the 29th, Princeton, Indiana. Friday, October the 30th, Dale, Indiana. Tuesday night, Louisville Gardens. Take a listen to this. Tojo Yamamoto and Chief Thundercloud. Killer Carl Krupp will be there against Rick McCord. Then a Southern Tag title match with Bill Dundee and Steve Kern going against Stan Lane and Sweet Brown Sugar with Jimmy Hart at ringside. Likewise, Hart will be there when the Southern Tag, or rather the Southern Heavyweight belt of the Dream Machine will be going against the Mid-America title of Dutch Mantel. And finally, a hospital elimination match. Really a bad action match. Nightmare and Speed against Rick and Robert Gibson. Son of a gun, Tuesday night, Louisville Garden is the place to be. We're ready for it right now. It'll be a doggone good single match. Stan Lane out of the first family coming in right now with manager Jimmy Hart. And his opponent today, Stan will be facing Robert Gibson. And here comes Robert. So this ought to be a whale of a match as Stan Lane, a fine wrestler indeed, but under the influence of Hart, and Robert Gibson, another outstanding young wrestler. We're looking forward to it. And here we go with the official introduction.
Introducing at 218 pounds from Delray Beach, Florida, on the left of your screen with his manager Jimmy Hart, Stan Lane. And going against him from Pensacola, Florida, 226 pounds, Robert Gibson. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. The referee is Paul Morton.
Okay, now we're ready for it. Hart hops out of the ring. Robert Gibson over. Ready, Stan out of his pre-wrestling attire. Bell time, and here we go, off and running. This is a one-fall, 15-minute time limit bout. As Stan adjusts the knee braces. Robert Gibson with a little height advantage, a little weight advantage on Stan Lane. Stan, however, his credentials speak for themselves. He is an outstanding outstanding junior heavyweight, but he is facing a young guy in there who certainly has gotten the attention of an awful lot of the wrestling public. Robert Gibson turns it over. Stan Lane trying to figure a way out of this one, but Robert keeping him tight, goes into a bar. Stan puts him on the ropes, puts him across, big shoulder. Robert down. Look at that. Beautiful. He got that rolling arm lock, dragged him right over and down, popped him right in the middle of the ring, and hangs on to a bar as Stan Lane testing out a leg or two in there, seeing it. Watch this Lane, boy. He'll dump you with that leg. Go. Look at there. A good one. Robert Gibson staying right with it. Oh. You bet. Hart, huh?
Mostly Gibson's very alert wrestler. They're able to react quickly as Lane hooked back behind him and got his legs out from under him, but then Robert right back into action with it.
Jimmy Hart moaning about the hair being pulled and all of that. Unbelievable. Nice pickup by Robert Gibson. He goes to take it down. Yeah, now there's your hair, Hart. Stan Lane, we were watching right at it. He had a hold of it and took him back down with it. So, yeah. If you had 47 other referees, Hart, you'd be complaining about every one of them. Stan Lane in there with Robert, takes him back down as again Hart strikes the referee. And Lane, and look at Robert! He got tired of that hair pulling stuff and really started banging on him. Stan is go sit down, Jimmy. Referee told it out to 10 count. He's at the 7 count as Stan steps across the rope, and he's ready to go with Robert Gibson. No question about it. In the period of time that he's been wrestling, I'll tell you, Robert has come along as well as anybody we've seen in a long time. He really looks tough in that ring. He's got to be in there with the lights with Stan Lane. Like him or not, getting his due. Hart over there, jawing at Robert. There's some more of that psychological stuff, Dave. Trying to distract him, trying to get him irritated, all that. So his attention will be divided between his opponent and Jimmy Hart. They're at the ropes, and that'll call for a break. Stan Lane comes up, pops the leg, takes Robert down again, steps over with a toe hold, bends into it, and Robert being pulled back out to the center of the ring, and Stan drops down with the elbow on it. Got him right on the inside of that thigh, doubles the leg over. With the toe hold, he's looking to go to the outside with it now. Oh, nice. He kicked out of it. While Hart was running his mouth saying, look how he's got him, bam. Robert kicked right out of it. Arm bar, hair pull. One followed the other rather rapidly. Robert got the arm bar, and Stan reached up and jerked the hair and pulled him right back. Hart jawing with the crowd. The referee saying, sit down, sit down. Robert pressed down as Stan Lane trying to figure an advantage point here.
We just passed 4 minutes in this one. 4 minutes gone.
Whip into the rope. Robert leapfrog. Drop kick. Again, missed the arm, but he caught him up on the hip and got him over. Robert's front face lock as Stan tries to work his way and maybe wheel it behind him. He's back on his feet again. That's the thing you have to be careful about. If a guy gets positioned to your side, he can move that arm up behind and a hammer off of that front face lock. Stan, upper arm, nails Robert right behind the neck. Bang. Backdrop, and over he goes. Stan Lane moving in. Robert hit it deck hard, picks him up. Drops him down on the backbreaker, goes for a cover, crotches him up, and he got a 2 count. And Robert kicked his way up and out of it. Stan slams him into the turnbuckle. Puts a knee. The referee trying to back him out of there. He pulls Robert back out with him.
5.5 minutes gone.
And Lane again slams that head into the turnbuckle, and the referee backing him up.
Hart with a cane.
Jimmy Hart zinged him with a cane while Lane was being pushed back by the referee. Stan Lane coming right back in, and again, Hart, oh, man, he got him in a lot. That's great tactics in there, sure. Use your cane, justify it anyway. Stan Lane slams him down. Robert Gibson, recipient of 2 blasts from Hart, slams him back in the corner again, and Hart, a 3rd time, 4th time, nails Robert Gibson while Lane is arguing with referee Paul Moore. Uh-oh. Robert got a hold of him. Pulled him up in the ring by hair. It's going to be a disqualification on Robert. You cannot blame Gibson for being provoked. Now, he just got hit with a cane. All he could take, and now Hart comes in, and Stan Lane, Jimmy Hart pounded away on Robert Gibson. Here comes Rick, Robert's brother, in there. He's after Stan Lane. Now he goes after Hart. And Lane and Jimmy Hart go bailing out of there. Robert's going to end up losing it on a disqualification because of Hart. But Rick Gibson, oh, look at Hart. He is pathetic. I'm telling you. So, Davey, the official time?
Official time on it is going to be 6 minutes, 13 seconds. Disqualification on Robert Gibson. Stan Lane wins it.
Boy, there is no question about it, because I know how it affects both of us. Hart can just get you so mad, and Robert got to the point where he just, all he could think about was busting him for sticking him with a cane.
You mentioned during the match, that's one of the Hart tactics, get him irritated.
Yeah,
one thing Jimmy Hart's going to do is get you irritated. There is no doubt about it.
Boy, and he has. We'll be back in a moment.
Coming up now, Robert's brother Rick will be coming in. Rick Gibson to go against Sweet Brown Sugar in what should be another wild action single match that we have had a couple of them already for you today. In case you joined us late, Lawler was the winner over Chic Donovan, and Stan Lane won with disqualification. Jimmy Hart figured in that match with Stan Lane and Robert Gibson. Here comes Sweet Brown Sugar back into the area, steps up on the apron, and Sweet Brown Sugar going to try to do a flip into the ring over the top rope, and he hit on his back. Here's Rick Gibson.
I have an important phone call to make just then. I promise you somebody will pay for this. Look at my outfit.
Jimmy Hart, non-stop. Come on, Jimmy. Let's
stop me on TV and the whole world saw.
Let's get the match underway here. This is going to be a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing from Union City, Tennessee, 221 pounds, Sweet Brown Sugar. Going against him from Pensacola, Florida, 228 pounds, Rick Gibson. 1-fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee, Rick Morton. Sweet Brown Sugar and Rick Gibson. Whoa! Rick Gibson took a swing with the right hand. Coco Ware saying, hey, you
can't hit what you can't see, can you, baby?
Comment by Jimmy Hart. Rick Gibson back. Sweet Brown Sugar, Coco Ware back onto the rope, flips him across the way. Get him up in the air. Coco lands on his feet. Oh, yeah. Bows, prances across the ring a little bit. Referee Paul Morton is saying, hey, come on, wrestle. Sweet Brown Sugar. A few words to the crowd. Back into action. Rick Gibson back onto the rope. after him. Back on the rope. Paul Morton calls for a break. Reversal. Coco with Rick into the rope. Oh! Double drop kick. Both of them hit the mat. Both of them in the air at the same time. Oh, Rick with the foot to the midsection. Flip.
Paul Morton looked right on while he did it.
Looked a lot like the side of the boot from where we're sitting, but Jimmy Hart sometimes sees a different match from what we do. There's a cover by Rick. Down to 2, I think he got on it. Coco broke out of it anyway before the 3 count fell. Rick Gibson has the face lock.
See now, you can get down there and look at him. He's choking, and you can see it from here. Look at him choking. That's ridiculous.
Oh, fired into the rope. He hung onto the rope. Rick Gibson. Rick Gibson with a word or two for Jimmy Hart. Coco pleased with his surprise move. Rick Gibson, too. Yeah, he did use the fist that time.
I wonder where he learned that from.
I don't know. Rick with the headlock on Sweet Brown Sugar. I guess Jimmy didn't see that Sugar pulled his hair to get him down to the mat there. Headlock, head scissors by Rick Gibson. Coco kicks out of it. Rick on his feet. Fired the right hand, but did not hit Sweet Brown Sugar. Sugar back into the rope. Rick Gibson whipped him into the turnbuckles across the way, but then Sugar was gone. Rick ran into the corner. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes gone. Rick flip. Coco drops with a right hand.
That's what I see all my men, and you're looking at black magic in motion right now.
Rick Gibson into the rope. Clothesline by Coco Ware. 4.5-minute mark. We're going fast right now. There's Coco Ware, Sweet Brown Sugar, Black Magic. Take your pick. Jimmy Hart named them all of them. Except Coco Ware. Oh, puts that in his hand. That looks a lot like it. Nails Rick with the right hand. Rick's right hand pinned in between those top 2 ropes. Jimmy Hart, you couldn't see him, but he was back over here putting tension on the rope to make it tougher for Rick to get his hand out of there. Rick flipped. Right in the center of the ring. Coco Ware sits down on top of him and starts pounding with the right fist.
Rick gets him by. Ooh.
He had those shoulders down briefly. Referee started to count. Coco again going to the tight.
Use that chain. We could see it here while the referee was being distracted by Hart.
Down to 2. Rick's got a foot over the bottom bottom rope. That stops the count at 2. Coco Buck. By Sweet Brown Sugar. Rick Gibson could not stay on his feet. Stepped down on the mat. 6 minutes. 6 minutes gone. Oh, the knee lift and a vicious one by Rick Gibson off the rope. Rick hit the mat too, but he really nailed Coco with it.
Colquhoun was setting up for that backdrop, and Rick ripped him with a knee lift.
Colquhoun went for the chain again. Rick Gibson on the mat. Colquhoun climbing the rope. Rick on his feet. Colquhoun nailed him. Boy, he caught it. A knee pad caught Rick right across the side of the jaw. Right under his eye. Rick kicks him back.
It's been a battle.
Ooh,
A war.
Both of them must be near exhaustion. They're both moving slow. But from the beginning, it's been that kind. They both went for a drop kick at the same time. And on through the match. Rick fronts that. 1, 2. No 2 count. Jimmy Hart jumps in. So Rick Gibson is going to win it, but not by a pin, by disqualification. He had Colquhoun, Sweet Brown Sugar. He had him set up for the count of 3. The referee was counting, but then Jimmy Hart jumps in there. Oh, Colquhoun's got that stick. Rick across Rick's back. Here's Robert Gibson. Here comes Stan Lane.
We're going to fill him up here. Battle. Stan Lane.
There's speed. 5 against 2.
They're battling him in there. Big elbow on Robert Gibson. Nightmare comes off and nails Rick. More than half the first family in there. They're enjoying their numerical advantage that they have over Rick and Robert Gibson. Hart taking turns pounding on the Gibsons while the others hold them. Typical Jimmy Hart. Here comes Lawler. He's got a boot off. Jerry Calhoun with that team going after Jimmy Hart. Hart screaming he wanted Calhoun. He's getting some of him right now. Out of the ring go the first family members as Lawler had that boot off and Calhoun had a cane in his hand. So, going to end up on a disqualification, Dave.
Rick Gibson will get the win. The time on it, 7 minutes, 16 seconds. 7:16. Think Rick would have had him pinned if Hart had not jumped up there.
We're going to be back at it in the ring in just a moment. Jot these down, will you? Saturday, October the 24th, Petersburg, Indiana. Thursday, October the 29th, Princeton, Indiana. Friday, October the 30th, Dale, Indiana. How about Tuesday night? I'll tell you one great match. Stan Lane, Brown Sugar, defend against Steve Kern, Bill Dundee. First, I want to say, Steve, welcome back. We're delighted you're back in the action again and got a great match coming up with Billy.
Well, Lance, it's going to be a real test. You know, being injured is really a part of this business. It's hard to get used to, and I'll say this. With Billy as a partner going against those championship belts, we're looking at a good opportunity to take them away from them 2 men.
I believe that, too. And, Bill, I haven't seen you guys together. I am looking forward to that Tuesday night.
Well, Lance, we talked about it, and you can't tell Colquhoun and Stanley in short. They got the belt. Steve wants one. I want the other one. I hope it happens for us next. Think about it.
Good luck to you in there. Here's a guy that I just can't wait to see because it's title against title. Dutch Mantell, the Mid-America heavyweight champ, goes against AWA Southern heavyweight champ, the Dream Machine. Boy, he took exception to what happened in Lexington.
Well, I'm going to make it short and sweet. The Dream thinks he's a little hot because he said I interfered in the match between him and Jimmy Vaya. But Dream, we're going to make wrestling history. We're going to unite a belt, the Mid-America belt and the Southern belt. And it's me and you, Dream, one-on-one. And I'm going to come out and I'm going to have both of them.
Okay, Dutch, we'll be looking for it. Well, I don't have to tell you. You know all about a hospital elimination match. Somebody's going to get hurt. There's no question about it. You guys seem to be looking forward to this match with Nightmare and Speed.
I'm looking forward to it, Lance. I came out here last week. I told the people I was going to rip a mask off and I was going to bust them face up, and I did just that. But we didn't get the job finished that we started. You know, you come out here, you make fun of my mother, brother. I don't like that one bit. So we're going to eliminate one of you. Y'all like jumping 2-on-1? Like I said, we're going to eliminate one of you. We're going to bust your face up, and then we're going to be 2-on-1, brother, and it's going to happen. We're going to hurt you right here. I mean it, brother.
Okay, and that's in Louisville Gardens Tuesday night, my friend. It will be rocking. entire card a great one. Make your point right now to be there Tuesday. We had enough of it. We knew it was going to be a good one today.
Boy, I tell you.
One way or the other.
Off to a quick start. The minimum time allowable for a wrestling match, 10 seconds. It was a count out as Bill Dundee and Roy Rogers won $300 from Tojo Yamamoto. Onita and Fuchi did not show. It was Jerry Lawler defeating Chic Donovan. This one went 7 minutes, 40 seconds. Donovan in control a good part of the way, but Lawler gets the win over Donovan. Stan Lane over Robert Gibson by disqualification. Jimmy Hart figured in that. Robert finally had all of Jimmy Hart he could take, and he yanked him into the ring. Robert got disqualified and lost to Stan Lane as a result. Rick Gibson, Robert's brother, defeated Sweet Brown Sugar. This one by disqualification, too, but this time Jimmy Hart jumped into the ring, and he was disqualified. So the winner of that one will be Rick Gibson. Winners again are Rick Gibson, Stan Lane, Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, and Roy Rogers, and they're the big winners that take away the $300 in Tojo Yamamoto cash.
Hey, we didn't mention it, Dave, but, and I don't take everything that Hart says as the gospel, but one thing that passed by quickly was the fact that in the early thing, he told Yamamoto he now had Onita and Fuchi under his control.
He said
and that'll be interesting to find out exactly whether that is true or not. I'm not sure it is, but we'll find out. Dave Brown, Lance Russell, saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.